All right, so
Trust
Blue
me.
Shorts is joining us because there was some controversy that stems from a comment made by Pete Medhurst, but then Awadd threw some extra gasoline on the fire. So why don't we let
I don't
you
even
tell
really
us
quite know.
what happened?
So I'm listening yesterday, and
Appreciate it.
yeah, you guys were talking about the Purple Heart Classic, Purple Heart Open.
Yes, correct.
Now, the first I had ever heard of this happening and the station's involvement with it this year was on Monday when I started seeing people tweet from the tournament.
So tweets, live tweets
Yeah.
from the tournament. You're seeing that.
So
That's
you're
the
laying
first
the
you heard of it.
groundwork for anybody that criticized the digital team for not being there that you'd never even heard about it.
I didn't know about it.
Right. Are you the head of the digital team?
No. That's Mike Gartell.
Yeah, big
I
silly
know,
Mike
I know
Gartell.
All right, who is
the IT guy.
Dare I ask who else is on the digital team? This is Gartell, Shorts.
Josh Luckenbaum,
Josh.
Ben Krimmel, who's sitting out there right now.
I don't think Ben likes us. I can't. I don't think Ben
can't
likes
get a
us.
soul read?
I think Ben's doing this job at gunpoint.
To be honest with you, I don't think Ben likes anybody.
Yeah. Now, I always am pleasant around him, but
And
yeah.
I don't think this conversation is going to help him like any of us anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike
Sound
him,
of
but
it.
I just get a sense that he don't really like us.
I don't know.
Yeah. Look, Valdez is shaking his head.
I am. He's got a nervous twitch.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're right on that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't like us, why is he working here?
I think he's got
Got
a
a paycheck.
job, and they told him to cover the show.
Likes a check. Is this the only job available in the world?
Might be. I don't know.
Times can be tough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Shorts
I wish you
doesn't
liked us.
run the digital department, but you're part of the digital department. You start seeing some tweets on Monday about it, and then what happens?
So then I hear you guys talking about it on the air, and then Pete just takes a shot. By the way, thank you for sitting me right next to him. This is perfect. Pete takes a shot and he says, "I'm really disappointed in the digital department." And I'm like, "What is he talking about?" And then like 5 minutes
why are
later,
you taking offense to it when it's the whole? He didn't say I'm disappointed in Shorts.
because I'm like, this is going to sound arrogant, but I'm like the public face of the digital department.
wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it to be arrogant.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
People don't know Mike Gartell's face.
Yeah, they don't
They've
know
never
him.
They don't
he
really
doesn't
know
tweet
Josh.
every day.
They don't really know
I mean,
Josh
they'll
yet.
luck you a little bit.
Well,
but not
you've
a
been
lot.
here. You've been here the longest.
Right.
Exactly. It's
You're
actually
the senior
You've got
member.
tenure.
right, exactly. So then 5 minutes later, I hear Awadd take a shot, and he says, "Chris Lingbach should have been there." And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? If anybody in this building has no right to take a shot at anybody above him, it's Awadd.
Right.
Correct.
I mean, he's the worst.
Is there anybody lower on the totem pole
Correct
than
on all
Adam?
points.
No,
Right.
he is the worst. He's look. This is mean. He's kind of bad at his job.
Oh, really?
What do you think he's bad at?
I mean,
Like the titling the videos?
his job, let's just look at it on its face. He's supposed to post videos to our website and to our YouTube page, right?
Right.
I can't go a day without finding a typo either in a title or in the little tags
Let me
with
just
the
point out,
metadata.
during your thread on Twitter where you guys were going back and forth, he spelled disgust. Like
Yes.
disgust, D-I-S-G-U-S-S.
Thank
So if you're wondering about the spelling and the typos, just point to that.
I mean, it's just infuriating. And we've had so many meetings behind the scenes just to strategize
You spell check.
how to get Awadd to use spell check, how to get him to focus on his job. I get an email at about 10 a.m. every day with 4 video links. One time he got mad at me because I said, I asked him to do a 5th video, and he said, I did my 4 videos for the day.
Is
Way
there
to go above and beyond.
I didn't know there was a quota or whatever, a number.
There's not.
Yeah.
There's not. It's just where the content is, you go. That's the job.
Right. But he's decided.
Look how
four.
emotional. Shorts is shaking.
You
He
don't
gets
understand.
emotional.
This is probably
Because what I'll say about Shorts is
Look how he's a-
Shorts cares about the radio
Yeah,
station.
he's passionate.
He cares about all of the shows on the
I
radio
don't know why,
station.
but he does.
And in his job, he wants to help us succeed even more than we succeed without digital, but he wants to take us to another level through
Yes.
digital.
Is that true?
Exactly.
Is that
yeah.
true?
I got into this business, unfortunately,
Stick your
because of
hand
the
out.
junkies.
Stick your hand out. Wow.
Shaking. Why did you get into the business because of the junkies?
Because I first heard you guys on HFS, and I was a huge fan. I would listen to Loveline late at night,
right.
while pretending to listen to my girlfriend on the phone, and then I would wake up early to listen to Cakes Cackle in the morning and tell funny zings,
Very nice.
and talk about whatever was going on. It was just silly.
That's the same story you told Mike O'Mara when he became his intern.
That's not true. You're lying, Trav. You're lying and you know it. You're lying and you know it. You lie and you know it.
He told Chad the same reason.
No, it's not true. Yeah. You know, when I came into, when I gave my resume to Colette to intern at the radio station, I didn't know what the process was like. And Colette, great lady, she literally walked back and just handed it to the first producer that she saw. It was Beth M. McBride, who called me stupid every single day to my face and would say to other people, don't bother with him. He's not that bright. And I told her, I said I would like to intern for the Junkies. And because it happened to be like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, Mike O'Mara was on the air. So then I became Mike O'Mara's intern. Mike O'Mara, great guy. I wasn't a lifelong fan of his, but I just became this. And then ever since, Dukes has been running this scheme where I'm the hugest Mike O'Mara fan, and Trav knows that, which is why he bald-faced lied about it 2 seconds ago.
I don't want to hear about Shorts' radio career. I want to get to some fighting.
No, I
want some finger pointing.
Everybody's just like slapping me in the face nonstop, going, "Get mad, get mad, get mad, get mad."
Oh my God, you're psycho, dude.
No, you don't understand.
You are nuts.
There is
right
a
now.
tone deafness in this building where people who care about their jobs go nowhere, and then people who don't care about their jobs, they get weekend shows.
They climb.
We can agree with that, boss.
That's the
We can agree with that. You do have a weekend show.
Somehow Pedro's getting a
Hold on. You slapped fire to the guy that called you out.
You do have
That
a
told you to
weekend
get off
show,
your big
but-
fat duff. He said that.
Right.
What happened back and forth? You have the download Saturday mornings, 7 a.m.
Yes, 7 a.m.
And
Talking
guess
about the best of
who
DC
follows him,
sports.
by the way? Me.
I
With
listen
that
every
first
week,
pitch.
by the way.
And I listen to you on the way in every day.
The Daily.
But Awadd does have a
You guys
Sunday
got to
night
fight
show.
before
I'm
you
sure
make
you-
up.
Yeah.
No, but
We're
that plays
skipping
into
the
the
first
fact
part.
why I'm so pissed, because I couldn't believe Pete would just randomly take a shot like that. Like,
Did I take a shot at
Pete all
you
the time.
or just the
I think he did the
department?
digital department.
But wait a minute. Here's my point. Here's what set me off, okay? When we're in the hallway, okay, as soon as you give someone from a different department just a sniff of this windscreen right here, let alone an opportunity to talk into it, I've seen this happen on radio and TV so many times. They then lose sight of what the hell they're supposed to be doing here and the department that they work in.
But
The
what does that have to do
word
with
was-
me in the digital department?
I didn't say you specifically. I said the digital department because of the person who's assigned to this show because of the digital department.
So you were
left us hanging
your
high
anger
and
was
dry.
directed at Adam,
Yes,
not at Shorts.
because here's the quote. I'm not being compensated to go out there. Well, guess what? Grant and Danny's job in programming that day was to go out to the golf course. Chad Dukes' job in programming that day was to go out to the golf course. The four of us playing golf essentially that day were part of programming, sales, and digital because we took the pictures that eventually got put on there because the person who did it last year and is assigned to this show because all you have to do is ask him, he'll tell you he's part of the show.
Right.
Okay? He wouldn't come out there because I'm not being compensated. A guy that's completely lost his way for the department that he's actually earning a paycheck.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think Adam's lost his way?
Awadd comment.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Did you sit in your seat and listen to him every day?
No, I mean, I know why.
But we want your perspective.
No, what?
Can answer
He's
that.
terrible at his job.
Jump in, please.
Actually, I know what it is. It's and no offense to Eric, but it's because Adam can breathe into the microphone and EB finds it fascinating. So he can do no wrong in anybody's eyes as long as he's got the
No, he's terrible at a lot of
EB
things.
like cloud of protection over it.
No, I'm
Really,
not protecting him.
Do you have-
I think he's
Hold on,
funny on air.
Let's get Pete's perspective on it.
I mean, it's the most arrogant thing I've ever heard in my life from someone who can barely talk into the microphone and complete a sentence.
Right.
And their kids at WMUC and WSYR are more capable of hosting a show right now.
Wow.
Right.
I
That's
mean-
really the big. You hate that he has his own show.
No, I don't hate that he has his own show. I just hate that he has an arrogance about it
Yes.
when he's not qualified for it yet.
We
He's
can
a
unite
work
in the
in
fight against
progress.
Awadd.
He's a work in progress.
Let me ask you this.
And
You guys are now
he's got an
united forces.
entire army of people, part of a morning show, that would be willing to help him, except he carries himself with an arrogance that he's not even remotely earned yet around here.
His persona is fake. He gets on the air and he's got this fake bravado and a fake Twitter army. The Awadd army is 3 people and he's 2 of them.
Burger Caps. All right, we need to let Adam respond.
Yeah, I know.
We need
Adam's
to
been
let-
over here stewing.
Yeah,
And I'll
That's
give you
Colorado
credit,
some
Adam.
more.
You've just been taking the bullets. All right.
Well, I can take it without popping a blood vessel.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, can you, smart guy?
Go ahead.
How do you spell disgust?
They named every single person that's full-time that was out at the event. I'm a part-timer.
Why are you talking trash to me, though?
All I said, play the quote.
Chris Lingbach should be out there.
I said it should have been Lingbach. And I agree with that.
What's different?
It's not my fault that you didn't know about the event. Aren't you a communications coordinator?
Why you know that you were talking trash? To say that you weren't is ridiculous. You were talking trash on Twitter afterwards. When I tweeted you, you responded and said, "You're the boss." Remember the gift? Remember the gift? You don't get to feign innocence in all of this.
Shorts,
this is what I'm talking about. You're
doubling down right now. It is your
I know
fault.
you're doubling down. That's the problem,
You didn't know
idiot.
about the event because you're an idiot. You got emails.
Oh, keep calling
Check
me an
your
idiot.
email. Everybody at the station
I
knew
did check
about
my
the
email.
event.
I did
Chad
not.
Dukes was out there.
I did not get an email about it, Adam. But please tell me more about my private information.
All right, I'm looking at some emails that were sent here.
Uh-huh.
Chris Lingbach is on email saying that there's a live broadcast at International Country Club June 24th.
What is the email? Who's the email from?
Tim Euro sends out weekly promotional.
Right, exactly. Who pays attention to those?
People who don't go on the air.
Hey, I like Tim.
look at him,
I
maybe.
like Tim, but I don't really read the
Shorts
emails.
is going around saying nobody told him. It's all over his email. Every
Trev, you
single
know
week.
there's a hierarchy here. This is the same thing that Megan Billingsley did to me back in the day. Where I sent you an email
Now we're throwing
that
Megan
40 people
Billingsley.
were attached on, and you didn't see it, and that's your fault that you didn't know about it. No, Megan, actually your job is to tell me about the event.
This is unbelievable. Every person at the radio station knew about the event but you, and you're going around saying,
How
no
did you
one
find out about it?
I'm the assistant program director.
Right,
I
did you
know
create
about
the
it.
event?
No, I didn't.
So who told you
but
about
I paid
it?
attention.
Who told you about it?
My boss. Your boss
Right.
knew. So call out your boss.
Did I find out about
Call out your boss.
it? I don't know.
Don't be a pussy. Call out your boss
Okay,
then.
I am pissed that I didn't find out about it. Either my boss or CK's fault. I can't distinguish which one it
Well,
was.
hold on. Let me just also say this.
We're going to
And
need a
it's not that it's-
defibrillator here, by the way.
It's not that it's Chris's job to listen to the show. I mean, I don't know because now his hours are 12 to 8, so I don't actually really know what his job is. But we did talk about leading up to the
Purple Heart Open.
right.
Talked
didn't
about
we?
it a couple times.
We
yes.
talked about it several times leading up to it.
Yeah, sorry, I was literally sleeping on it.
Yeah, but I guess I don't blame
Yeah,
you
we know
because now
that.
your hours are 12 to 8. So technically, you're not supposed to listen
I
to the
think
show.
though that there's probably
But if he
Oh,
loves
and-
the show as much as he says he does,
that might be a fraud.
He
That might be.
podcasts
That might be.
and he listens to it
No,
afterwards.
but I do know he cares about his job. For whatever
yeah.
reason,
Yeah, he does.
cares, and he believes that digital can help take each of the shows, our show, Chad Dukes' show, Grand Danny's show, to another level, particularly when there's something to highlight. And he feels like he wasn't involved in something that could have been highlighted, and the boys called him out when he believes it wasn't his fault.
Didn't know about it. The email
And I
thing
agree
is
with
so
you, the
ridiculous.
Tim Euro
Is
thing.
Tim
Look,
Euro's email the only sort of
Is that the only one
wide
that
Tim
email?
Euro
Are there
email.
meetings
That's
that
what
are
Though, for people that don't know, Tim Euro will have like 40 events listed on
Yes.
this. In fact, it has like
now
all
in
the
know.
game shows
October.
on
I
there.
figure it's not even for me.
Right.
I'm conditioned to tune him out because I'll get texts, a giant promotional group text on the weekend, and it's like a photo of like a sign next to a table, and I just anything Tim
It's
Euro.
hard to know that that's an important
Hey,
email.
that's a little disrespectful to Tim
It is.
because
You're
his job.
right.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
he's laying
You're
it
right.
out there
And
for
by the way,
everyone.
you're right.
And I actually read it, and I think people
You read
should
it all
be
the way
reading.
down to his
Yeah.
quote of the week?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Because
good for you.
I should
Yeah,
know
I
what's
don't
going on.
I don't need the quote of the week.
I've never seen the quote of the week. I'm sorry.
You
just
guys
haven't.
are talent.
hold
That's
on,
the
hold-
problem.
Hold on a second. Is that the email that's titled Happy Friday?
It
Yes.
might.
Yes, but it's
Oh, okay.
sometimes. But he sends it out
But I
every
think
Friday.
largely it's not necessarily geared to us.
It's not for talent. That's why you guys don't pay attention. It's for people who have responsibilities around here outside of the microphone.
All right. All right.
This is
So
new,
you're
new
asking-
manager
are
draft.
you-
New manager draft. I put the mask on. I'm a manager now.
Oh, yeah.
I
Just checking your thing.
So you're
2019.
team Awadd on this?
I'm not on anyone's
Don't
team.
you think Adam should have
But
sucked
he's,
it up and
he's
covered
ricking
it?
me saying that no one told him about the event.
Right.
Pay attention, dummy.
All right, Mike, superfan.
But hold on, Drabby, don't you also think he has a point that if anybody should have been there, Adam should have been there?
I actually think Adam got a pass. His boss went to him, asked him to go. Adam very clearly a week ago said, "I'd love to go, but I have another job."
Right.
So, that I've already committed to.
Right.
So at that point, someone in the digital department should have figured out who's going to be out there besides Pete doing bad social media videos.
But isn't it a little disingenuous? Isn't it a little disingenuous of Adam to go on the air yesterday, say Chris Lingbach should have been there, give no more information? Instead, he could have just said, I declined to be there. I couldn't be there. Right?
You're the full-time coordinator.
Yeah, but you're
for
full-time on the
everything web.
air.
Everything. Because
I can't
I'm good
speak
at
for
it.
you.
Because I'm great at it.
No, it's
Your
not
weekend
because
show,
because
play
you're
the
willing to
best
work
of
for
every other
$12 an
show.
hour. That's let's be honest.
I don't think anybody's. By the way, you
I
just
think my
said you,
clicks
you
speak
just
for
said you
themselves,
were
blue
great at
shorts.
it.
Oh my
Raise
God,
your hand.
he is.
Raise your hand if you
pompous.
believe he's great at radio.
He is pompous.
Who? Adam? I think it's false
point made.
bravado.
Nobody
Oh, no,
raised
no,
their
actually, I
hand.
think he does believe it.
Of course he believes it.
Yeah, I think he
It's
believes
not
it.
real. He
You believe
believes
you're
that it's
great?
real.
But where
Do
did
you
he
believe
get that?
you're great at
I'm
radio?
a work in progress.
No,
but
no, you just said you were great at radio. Do you believe that?
His boys probably, the broski's probably telling me this.
Do you believe you're
Like,
in
it
that
should
room
have-
because you're
Yes.
great?
Yes.
The weekend show, like,
Yes.
you should be full-time over other full-time shows here.
Yes.
So
Are you a
should-
better-
you
Let me
should
say this.
displace-
Am
Am I not allowed to have
Let me-
self-confidence?
No,
Let me
you
ask you
should
this. Are
displace
you-
You just said you're in that room because you're great on the air.
Hold on. Yeah, I think
Are
he's
you-
great on this show.
Hold on,
I think his
Thank
show
you.
sucks.
It's
But I
been
think he's
He's a
great on this
punching
show.
bag.
See, this is when you get
He's
station
great
drama.
on this show.
Everyone just screams over each other.
Radio
ahead.
Insider.
Adam, do you believe you're a better sports talk show host than Pedro and Deportes?
No.
Are you even close to it?
No.
Do you think that Pedro should have, in the pecking order of, weekend hosts or replacement hosts when we're on vacation, should Pedro be number one or should you be number one?
I don't know who should be number one, but he should be higher than me. I'm not arguing that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do think that I
But
put
here's
on a
the thing.
very
Your
quality
expertise,
product.
your expertise is not sports knowledge. You know nothing.
No.
Your expertise is being sort of quirky and
punching
stupid.
bag.
Yeah.
And having energy.
Yeah. Yes.
But not over the top
The energy's
energy.
a little over the top, but
Energy's fake.
But it's
This
not
is so
over the
ridiculous.
top.
yeah, it's a little over the
I
top.
know
but-
Shorts
He has a
actually
weekend show
nailed
because
it.
he has energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and because people listen to it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the real issue is that his communication skills are terrible.
How are my communication skills terrible?
Because you didn't know about the event. That's not good enough to say,
How
here's
do
what
I-
it is.
wait. My communication skills are terrible because I didn't know about the event that I wasn't told about.
that Chad Dukes and Grant and Danny both performed live from. Isn't it your job to know about live
Do
performances?
you think somebody told them to go to the live event at some point?
Who?
Their boss, CK.
And they didn't communicate with you. You're full-time. That's an issue.
Right? How's that my fault?
That's a serious issue.
It's my fault that
Full-time
they
employees
didn't
aren't
communicate to me.
100%. It's your
My
job.
God.
All right,
So
hold on.
stupid.
All right, we got to go
It's
to
so
break.
obvious.
I want to open up the lines, though, to the callers. I want to see where the audience is weighing in on this.
Okay.
Are you team Awadd? Are you team Shorts?
I'm not even sure whose team Pete's on. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
Pete's-
Pete's Shorts
Pete's
team
been
is
flip-flopping
aligned
so
with- they
hard.
started-
Pete's
they
been
started against
flip-flopping
each
so
other.
hard.
Yeah. Look, Pete, the truth of the matter is Pete doesn't really like conflict. He likes to be angry, but he doesn't really like conflict. So that's what's going on here.
And he definitely doesn't like Awadd.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, we found that out
Shorts
today.
doesn't check his email, and now he's raging out on everyone.
Right.
Check your
That's it.
email.
All right, 800-636-1067.
I
Are
get
you
emails
team
to my phone.
Awadd or are you team Shorts/Pete?
So much energy.
Because Pedro has his own team too.
Yeah, but I think he's kind of he's kind of over
They're
on
team
Shorts'
sub
team.
dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're team
sub
sub
dogs.
dogs.
Right.
Yeah. All right, 800-636-1067. Bang out your calls.
Awadd threw Shorts under the bus. Shorts is upset. He's been ranting and raving. Pete originally threw the digital department under the bus. He's kind of, I don't know. He's not back.
What's he
He's got
doing?
a million
Is he doing
jobs.
updates?
I have no idea.
Pete's hard to keep
But
track
a lot of people want to chime in. EB posted as Team Awadd versus Team Shorts.
Everybody so far is team Awadd.
By the way,
Let's go to the
I
phones.
see that.
oh,
Do you see that?
Yeah.
But
why?
the Awadd army is just 3 people.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean they're in your dumb army.
How many hits did your podcast get from Awadd Army at its height?
1,000.
Yeah, right. All right.
So sheepish.
All right. Let's go to Evan in Richmond. Evan, what's up? You're on with the Junks.
Hey, good morning, Junks.
Hey, buddy.
Jason, good to have you back, man.
Thank you,
Hope
sir.
you had a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely Team Awadd here, and I am a card-carrying member of the Awadd Army.
Oh no.
Do you think he's good at his job?
I think he's hilarious on air. I honestly have
He's
never
good at
listened
it.
to his show.
Right.
So on our show when he's a
On
punching
our
bag.
show, we make
So
him good.
are you laughing at him or are you just laughing with him? Or do you, do you
A
think-
bit of both. I mean,
think
when you
you're onto
guys joan on
something,
him,
Yeah.
that he's definitely like I'm definitely laughing when you guys are joning on him. But some of the stuff he says, and I'm a soccer fan, so I get some of his other jokes.
So that's what it
now
is.
it's all making
that.
sense.
It's appealing to the soccer fans out there. All right. But why in this instance are you Team Awadd?
Well, because, he did say that, he does have another job for sure, so he definitely couldn't make it. And Blue Shorts needs to check his email. It's 2019. He has a regular job. I know that, like you said, that guy has a million things on his, long emails, but that's part of his job. Read through it, and, you got to be there when you got to be there.
All right, Adam's team.
All right,
Thank you, Evan.
So let's go to some others.
There's the
The email
Brody.
is such a red herring.
Let's go to Tim in Ashburn. The problem is, it is in the email, but there's like the calendar of events for the year, and it's probably been in the last 10 emails.
It's one line on a 1,000-line email.
But you see that calendar every week, and you don't really check.
By the way, because nothing really changes. The email, because the events that haven't happened yet are still on.
They're all future events.
So there might be one tiny new detail in each Friday email.
We probably should pay attention to it, but most people just kind of gloss over it.
Yes.
That's the truth.
Understand.
Sorry, Tim.
Tim, go ahead.
Good morning, Junks.
Hey.
As much as it pains me to admit, I got to go with Team Awadd on this one.
All right. Why?
Because it's not his responsibility that Blue Shorts knows what's going on. It's that simple.
Right. You feel like Blue Shorts is clueless.
I am not a part of the Awadd army.
Good.
I don't mind if he gets a little airtime, but in this case,
do you think Awadd though should have thrown Shorts under the bus? I think that's really what he's upset by. Shorts, right? That's what upsets you. Is unnecessarily. Awadd decided.
Which is what he's prone to do.
He just decided to bring
That's
Shorts
his
into
default.
the mix.
But why didn't he, as a employee with forward thinking, go, hey, maybe I should go say something to Shorts or someone else in the department
I'm not
who
even
could
putting
get
it
out there
on
and
him.
do it.
I'm not even putting it on him to say anything to me. I'm just saying I wasn't.
Yeah, but
That's all
maybe
I'm
a
saying.
member of the team would say, you know what, I can't cover it. But if he cared about us and he cared about the station, he would say, you know what, but maybe Shorts or somebody else can do it. I can't do it because I got another job. But
Chris,
maybe one of the other guys can
do it. Are you
do
and
it.
Adam friends?
No. No.
So
you
you're
don't like
you're just
him
coworkers.
all the time.
No, and my biggest beef with him isn't what he does on the air or anything. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
It's what is your job? You get paid to produce videos,
Right.
and he doesn't produce good videos.
Oh, okay.
That directly affects me every single day.
So when you're-
and it's
He
really
claims
irritating.
he does good videos.
Well, all the sales staff would agree with me because every time I've done a highlight from the Fan Live or from the Fan 106.7 The Fan Day or when we're live from Nats Park, all that stuff, I've been getting excellent reviews from. And about this email, he keeps saying he didn't see that one email. That has been on Tim Euro's email since back to March.
Oh, my God.
Since March, it said June 24th. Purple Art Open. Since March. So he sends that
Is it
email
the same email
once
with
a
the
week.
50 different links to 50 different events
But
in it?
I pay attention to that email, too, because when there's events on there that I know
Right,
in
you
advance
pay
I wanna
attention to
cover.
it because it directly relates to your job. Those don't directly relate to my job. My protocol is my boss tells me when I need to be at something. That wasn't the case
And the
here.
truth is, behind the scenes, Drab, you can speak his behind the scenes, and kind of gave it out to both sides. Drab, maybe you can explain it, but apparently your boss made a determination once Awadd couldn't go that he wasn't going to send anybody to the event.
Sure.
So he didn't even communicate beyond that because he made a determination as the boss, we're not going to send somebody out there.
Why wouldn't Awadd have said that yesterday? That's what started this whole thing. Because it ricked me to hear Awadd calling me out for not being at an event.
Right.
And that's what he did. He can sugarcoat it now a day after the fact. He did.
And I still agree. Why weren't you at the event? Chad Dukes was there.
Oh, my
Grant
God,
Danny
you're
were
so
there.
dumb.
And the junkies were there.
So CK saying because CK didn't tell him.
CK said, CK got involved. I think he's trying to diffuse it a little bit because they do really have to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that it looks like it was on Gartell who made the decision not to send anyone out. Now, I think maybe Shorts could have inquired or gone out there at 10 a.m. once he found out everybody was out there, but he chose not to.
I know it's been a long time since we've done something like this, Tack, but I would love to see Shorts in a ring with Awadd.
Oh, I'm so fat. He would probably kick my ass.
No, I put my money on Shorts. I put my money on Shorts.
Come on, you crush him like a worm.
Get some headgear and some gloves. Jake.
You go buy? I have Hulk cans at home.
Also, I don't want to let that that highlight video comment that he made slide. You don't understand, Adam. People are so used to being nice to you because you can't handle constructive criticism. Do you know how many times I've been told you phrased that email a little too harshly, and that you walk around all sad for the next day and a half?
Is that true?
That's not true at all. He's sounding
It
like
is
he's
true.
crying
Is he a
right
delicate
now.
flower? Is that what
He is.
Yeah.
CK has to, like, once a month, I would say.
Rein you in?
No. Just send out a positive email to Adam for literally just doing his job.
So he's the Steven Strasberg
Great
of
work
the
with
staff
this,
without the
Adam.
arm
This is
talent.
lies. This is a complete
not.
lie. And
not.
the digital
You
department.
just don't hear the truth.
No, the digital department graphics lady, Heather, has been putting out emails every month.
She's
talking
the
about how
nicest
good I've
person
done.
on the planet. She's the nicest person
That
in this
means
building.
he's going to throw her under the bus.
Why don't you have a sit-down conversation with your boss and ask him what I'm doing wrong?
Adam,
Because he
I don't
won't
want to
say
tell you what
anything.
Heather really says about you, okay? To be honest with you.
Now I want to know that. That's a low blow, but I want to know that. All right, real quick. You want to go to D Woods?
Yeah, let's take a
30 seconds. D, you got 30 seconds.
Go, D.
By the way, Pete's getting off scot-free and all this. And when he's the one that started it. I just want to put that out there.
Shorts is really better. And Pete said something last week that rings true again this week. The lack of communication at a job that deals in communication is flabbergasting. I'm telling you, it's no if Awadd can't make it and everyone knows that he can't make it, it's not Awadd's responsibility. It's whoever is the person giving out duties in that place to communicate to everyone else that they need somebody there. I know it came back that CK said that they decided, but even if they decide not to send anyone, they should communicate that they decided not to send anyone,
Right.
so you don't have this issue.
Well,
That's
it's
very
also certainly
logical.
not Adam's job to call out people.
D, you're a big-time
Right.
listener of the show.
Thank you.
Are you a member of the Awadd Army?
Hey, JP, don't ask me any dumb questions, okay?
So I'm taking that as a no.
That's a hard no.
Yeah.
That's a hard no.
Thank you, D. Thank you, brother.
And for the record, by the way, in the hallway yesterday, their boss agreed with me that someone should have been there.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be like when you guys talking all fair now, just out in the rooms?
To be honest with you, I physically talk to Adam like 3 times a week. I mean, it's usually only
I know,
email.
but is it awkward?
I mean, yeah, it's
When
going to
you
be
do
butt
talk-
awkward.
So he can send emails, but he just can't read them.
Adam,
I still can't get over it.
you can't insult somebody else's
Would
intelligence when you have
would jump
typos in every
the ring
tweet.
with him if we set something up?
I mean,
You
right
love
now,
boxing
right
so
now,
much.
I would,
He does.
I would love to
It's
sucker
like-
punch him.
Well, you guys like not
Oh, would
sucker
you?
punch. Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
just
I'm kidding. But the thing, I still can't get over it. It was on the emails. It's an
Oh
event.
my
It's a
God.
station.
Awadd's more
Name
obsessed
5
with
other
emails
things
than
on
Hillary
email.
Clinton.
You study these emails.
I don't have to study the email because I don't have set responsibilities like a full-time
Oh, my
1067 employee does. Okay? He's in charge of the website.
I know you don't have any responsibilities.
By the
I
way,
got it.
he retracted. He was about to say he was so great at his job he could supplant the other shows that are full time, including us and Chad Dukes and Grant Danny.
I mean, I bet he believes that. I wouldn't put it past him.
I don't think
All
he
right,
believes
coming
that.
up next, Mike Rizzo, Nats GM, joins us as he does every week as we go in the clubhouse with the Nats GM.
Rizzo.